Hey folks, Clay here, Cardboard Empires, and I have a theory that we are going to test together today. My theory is that the expected value of a booster box of Chilling Reign is higher than the current market price of the sealed box. So basically what we're going to be doing is all we're going to be trying to do is pull $100 worth of cards out of this box today. The current market price of a sealed booster box of Chilling Reign is flirting with $100, somewhere in there. But the sealed cards in Chilling Reign, there are quite a few cards in Chilling Reign that have pretty good value. And so I am curious to see how many of those higher value cards we can get out of a booster box, and is it worthwhile in the end? So we're going to work our way through this box, and I'm going to keep tally on the screen of the prices of the cards. And then afterwards, we're going to take a look at how much value we pulled out of this booster box and was it worth it? So basically, I'm going to be flying through this booster box. I'm not going to be doing the traditional, oh, look, we get a Tornadus VMAX right off the rip. That's a $2.99 card at around $2.99 market price. So we're already up $2.99. I'm going to be flying through this booster box. I'm going to keep the hollows and reverse hollows in a pile at the top of the screen, and I'm going to just be chucking trash just to get through this quickly, because I think we can do it. I think we can pull $100 worth of value out of this box. So 3 from the back, chuck the energy card, and then we're just going to take a quick peek, see what we got, and move on to the next one. This comes at a time, we're doing this box opening at a time where everybody's talking about the bear Pokemon market and the Pokemon market crash. And I've held for a while now that I'm not entirely sure I agree with that assessment. Now, yes, prices are coming back. Retracing is what we'd call them if we were talking about securities or derivatives on Wall Street. We call it a retracement. But I don't see a crash. A crash is something different. A crash takes the form of illiquidity, where you can't sell it if you wanted to. Not just, I have to sell it for a lower price than I want to. Illiquidity is I couldn't sell it if I wanted to. All right, we got our Blaziken VMAX. Look at that. That's like a $19, $20 card. I'll call it a $20 card. So that's a pretty big hit. That's not the biggest hit, but it will definitely help with the final tally. So yeah, we're going through a bit of a retracement in the Pokemon card market, and what it looks like to me is more of a return to normal. It's not a crash, it's just we're getting back to business as usual. So that's just something people can think about. Okay, Metagross V. These usually I categorize as like bulk V. So I'll throw $2 on that card. Most bulk Vs are going to either be $2 or $3, especially for Chilling Reign because it's been out for so long. But I mean, people are talking about this crash that's happening in Pokemon, and has anybody thought about the VMAX Climax set that's coming out? Because there is so much excitement and so much hype for that set. It's crazy. I have a shipment of VMAX Climax coming into the store, and I get people all the time. Everybody who comes in wants to pre-order or, call dibs on the boxes that are coming in. There's a lot of excitement around that set. So what we're seeing with the older sets like Chilling Reign, Battle Styles, Vivid Voltage, everything, is we're seeing the same kind of price slump that you would expect in all TCGs. You see the same kind of price slump in Magic. You see it in Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. You have the product right before it's released skyrockets in price, right? Like Fusion Strike, right before it comes out, a month before it comes out, it's in pre-order, and the booster box is $150, $160. It's up, and then Fusion Strike is released, and then it slowly tapers off. The price comes down back to earth. And it might fluctuate, it might hover between the $100 and $120 range for a little while. And the longer that set is out in the wild, the more that price is going to stay right around 100, 110, 120, and then start to fall back maybe even into the 90s. That's normal. That's what we would expect to see with Pokemon. And then you push it out 6 to 12 months, 18 to 24 months later, and that price is going to start climbing back up once the boxes that are out in the wild are starting to be chewed through. So as we see the big stores, and I've told this to several people, when you invest in something like Pokemon or Magic, what you're doing is, yes, you're waiting for the price to go up so that you can cash out at a higher price than what you bought in for. But what you're really doing is you're waiting for, number one, you're waiting for the supply at all the major big card stores to be dwindled through, to be gone through. So the card stores that are ordering 1, 2, 3, 4 pallets of booster boxes, first they have to dump their supply. Then you have to wait for card stores that are my size to get through their supply. After all that's said and done, that's your turn to shine. Here's a code card for anybody who wants it. So after you finally get through the stores that are my size, that's when the secondary market really kicks in and takes hold. And now you're competing against other people who bought booster boxes and ETBs at retail. Because as long as you're trying to fight it out with card stores who are buying booster boxes and ETBs and product at wholesale, that's going to be a losing bet. You got to wait for all that product to disappear. It's encouraging, though. I think it is a healthy sign that we're getting back to normal in the Pokemon card market. The Magic card market, oh, looks like we got a Galarian Moltres V. I'm going to put that at $3. That's another card that would end up in V bulk, but a little bit more sought after than some of the other ones. But yeah, no, it's a healthy sign. You have card markets like Magic that did go through a bit of a boom period, but not nearly as much as Pokemon, in my opinion. I mean, there might be some people that would argue against that, but in my opinion, Pokemon, we got a Black Swan event and things went nutter butters for a while. And we're just getting back to normal. And that's a good thing. Slow gains, expected returns is something that should make investors, frankly, feel more comfortable than these wild, volatile swings. That shouldn't make anybody feel very comfortable. So as we get through the box here, remember, we're here to test the hypothesis that the EV, or the expected value, of a Chilling Reign booster box is higher than the market price of the sealed booster box. And I got to be honest with you, it's not looking great right now. We're not looking like we're going to meet that market price. And I was really hoping to get to the market price, not the wholesale price. Because chances are, I think it's probably realistic that I could get close to the wholesale price of a booster box, like the price that I buy it from distributors for, with the cards in this box. The real trick is how close to market price can I get? And actually make that profit, or for customers out there who are buying booster boxes at the $100 mark, how are they able to make a profit? Because that's kind of one of the biggest things that I'm curious about. There are some really, really heavy hitters still left in Chilling Reign, though. If you look at TCG Player, there's like the whole first page is alt arts, VMAXs that are in like the $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 range, which is impressive. Okay, we got the Tornadus V. That's a card that's going to go into V bulk. That's going to be a $1.99 card. It's really impressive that there is so many cards in Chilling Reign that have managed to retain their value over quite a long period of time. Chilling Reign's been out for a while. We're on Fusion Strike right now. Chilling Reign was 3 sets ago. And for there to still be 30, 40, 50, 60 on up dollar cards in this set, that's what made me stop and think, well, I think it might be time to pop a booster box and see what we get out of this bad boy, because these cards are really holding value. I know as far as like in my shop goes, looks like we got some hollows there. I know as far as customers coming in my shop and asking for specific cards, I get a lot of requests for the Galarian, the Galarian Zapdos Alt Art, the Roadrunner card. That's a popular card that a lot of people are still chasing. And for us to be so far away from the release of Chilling Reign, and people are still looking for specific cards out of a set, boy, that really makes me stop and think about this. And if you've watched my other videos, which hopefully you have, if you haven't, do a deep dive, watch me, study me. If you've watched my other videos, I've always maintained, from the earliest videos that I've done on Chilling Reign, which were like 7 months ago, I have always maintained that Chilling Reign is a sleeper set. It is going to be a collectible set. There are awesome cards in it, and it will, in time, people will realize that Chilling Reign was special. There was special stuff going on with Chilling Reign. A set that features the legendary birds. The legendary birds, I don't know, maybe I'm remembering my childhood wrong, but from what I remember of my childhood, the legendary birds were a pretty big draw. At least in my neighborhood, they were bigger than like the Charizards and the Venusaurs and the Blastoises. So, feel free to argue with me on that one. But at least around where I lived, looks like we got a Ice Rider Calyrex V. That's going to be V-Bulk, but that'll be a $3 V-Bulk. So even as we get further into this box break, and it's looking less and less likely that my hypothesis is panning out. And let's be clear, first of all, okay, before anybody jumps down my throat. This is just one booster box. To really, truly represent the hypothesis, I guess, you'd have to at least do a case, or maybe even like 3 or 4 cases to get a really good representation of whether or not my hypothesis was really wrong or right. But it does look like we're not going to make the mark. For the few people who actually watch the videos and come into my store to shop, these cards will be in the case on Friday. So if any of these cards look interesting to you, feel free to stop on in. Chilling Reign is one that I'm pretty sure is going to, I also think Battle Styles, there's going to be a little bit, hey, there we go, let's go. It wasn't all lost. We got a $15 Zorora, a full art. So, all right, we got a couple bucks there. We're up to a couple bucks here. Like I was saying, I think Battle Styles, no, it's not going to be, it's not going to fly to the moon, but I don't think it's going to be Steam Siege either. That Sleeping Tyranitar, there's still a lot of people, just like the Galarian Zapdos Alt Art, that Sleeping Tyranitar is still another card that I get requested probably more than anything. The Charizard from Celebrations, the Galarian Zapdos Alt Art, and the Sleeping Tyranitar. Those are popular cards that people still actively look for. All right, we got a V-Ball card there, $2 V-Ball card. Let me know what you think. It's just, I think we're in a very deceptive place in the market right now. It's being deceiving because there's so much product still at distributors that people think that Chilling Reign isn't that great of a set. It's still very easily available. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have no problem saying I'm wrong. Let's see. See what we got here. 3 from the back. Turn her around. Chuck the energy card. Got a little metal energy. As we get to the end of the booster box here, it looks like we're going to end in the $50 to $60 range. Definitely not anywhere near as juicy as I thought it was going to be as far as the expected value is concerned. So this booster box was a dud, but I still think that it's going to take more trial and error to get an accurate picture overall. I think that after all the heavy hitters are sold, all the bulk, the reverse hollow and hollow cards are sold, I think I might be able to fight back up to around the wholesale price of the booster box, which is like $80 to $85 range. I think I might be able to get back up into that ballpark. So not a loss, a little bit more work doing it this way rather than just selling the booster box, obviously. But let me know what you think. What has been your experience with Chilling Reign booster boxes? Maybe maybe you'll be able to prove my hypothesis with your experience. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.